offense already playing from behind as they come up on this one, Brock. 2nd and long. On the give, it's Miller. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's see what they went with. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Moving right. Airs it out down the sideline. He's got it inside the 10. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. It's a huge pickup on the play, and that gives them 1st and goal. From the gun, a give to Miller. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go. Brock, they take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Broncos' 6-yard line.
Chuck's going to throw here. He rolls to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Saints take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. You come in as a significant underdog, Brocky, in somebody else's building. You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really giving themselves a fighting chance. Now we just got to do it consistently.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Marvin Mims now to return it. They're driving him closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back at the 6.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. At the 20. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown.
Sure didn't take long for somebody to get this game off and running, pun intended. But there's a lot of rounds left to fight and punches to be thrown. Sure feels good, though, to be the first one to land that haymaker.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 14. He's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Miller. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, and they go right back to it. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, here's Shuck. Hits him on the out route. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. New set of downs from the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play action, Shuck. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's going to be second down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10 now, here's Shuck. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
It's complete. This is Olave. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up a first down, too.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing in the double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Here we go. Pack the 60. Pack the 60. Let's go.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he gets a few on the plays forward. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
There's a dive up the middle. It's inside the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
18.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser-used stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
He gets another shot here. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Saints break the tie here in the first.
Touchdown, Saints.
Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call. And what great vision. As a ball carrier, you don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Slot man motioned over. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And they will finally catch up to her in just a second before he can reach that 40.
17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Dobbins trying the right side. Nice cut, heading to the sideline. He is down to the 30-yard line.
J.K. Dobbins. A gain of 34 yards. That's another.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. Jonas Sanker in from the secondary, making that stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Saints.
It's Nix down to the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Going after tries good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Chuck now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Now Chuck to throw. Oh, put some air under this one. Right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Riley Moss with the pick. Broncos take possession just shy of midfield following the interception and the lengthy return.
Chuck's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Huddle. Motion.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Working quickly here.
He was brought down by Kool-Aid McKinstry. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Shanahan.
Nix now to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He's on the run, deep down the middle. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Pistol give here to Dobbins. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Offense up to the line fast.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Nix from the gun. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one doesn't make the landing zone, so this drive's going to start at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Now an inside handoff to Miller. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Again, it's Miller. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 1.
Running once more with Miller. And he won't get back to the line, Bronk. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's fourth down. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And it was brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. So they hit him for 5 yards on fourth down, and they get the successful conversion.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks. I'm looking for that to be called again.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Try in the air now. Here's Shaw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off the pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Chuck now from the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Bronk, means it's third down.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Third and long for him here. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And they come up big on third down there with the sack. Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. So fourth down, and here comes Kai Kroger, a punt for the Saints. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And this one touchdown inside the 30.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready, right, 37, 37.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Julian
Working quickly here.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Shanahan. Chill. Captain.
Here's Nix. Headed out right. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And they don't get any help on this second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Hold on, second. Away.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And goes to the hurry up here.
16 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I'm up. Bombers.
Nix now on 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor has it. And the Saints are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception.
When you put more dime defenders on the field, what you really see are so many more eyes. Remember, as a quarterback, you drop back, and you love to see those linebackers. You love to see base defense. But you get those DBs on the field, and it feels like everybody's looking at you. And it can lead to takeaways just like that.
1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Saints first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here's Shuck. 1st and 10. Buying some time right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here we go.
Hand off here for Miller. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
COVID-19.
3rd down, here's Shuck. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives him a little more confidence running into the locker room.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, here's Mims.
Marvin Mims on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Ready? Captain.
Looking to throw. He beams one, deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And they'll have great field position, Brock, after the unforced error on the kickoff. From the 40-yard line now, and this is first and 10. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing here, Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
That's good.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And they send a man in motion. Again on second and 10, Nix. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and two straight incompletions. It made this third down.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Bombers. Hold on a second. Ready?
To the air on third and long. He finds Ingram working downfield here. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it's going to be first down Denver.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Viking 18.
Here's a design run. And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's second down now.
Just keep on continuing the evolution of wide receivers as runners. You know, that used to just be a gadget play, Kate. But then you see it more and more between the 20s, and now we're seeing it even in the red zone. Get your playmakers the ball.
Hold on a second. I need him through the 12.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Let's take this at the 10. And this drive will start inside the 25. Saints to the line now. First and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground, jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
They've got first down here from the 36. On play action, here's Shuck. Look at that power, deep left side. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Pat Surtain has it.
Shuck's pass.
Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
On first and 10, here's Nix. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for a second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 9.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Absolutely fires this one, right side. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
First down 10. At their own 24-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Go.
On the give, it's Miller. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Offense in the hurry up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Chuck's going to throw here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. 18.
To throw, Shuck. Trying to set up that screen, but it falls incomplete, and now they're facing 4th down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I can feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
He has it at the 22. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. 30, hits the 20. All the way, touchdown Denver. The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
17. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he didn't strike that one true, Brock. It came down short of the landing zone. He had to reach, so give them the football up at the 40. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Off the play action, Chuck. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Throw here, 3rd down. Oh no, they get it yet again. That's P.J. Love. And the Broncos will take over still on their side of the field. They're at the 48.
Chuck's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Nix. Taking a shot deep here. He's got it inside the 10. He gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement. Whenever they take a deep shot, it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
So the offense out there, and the Broncos making the call to go for two here.
The Broncos will line up with
He's going to try and throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another two more to that lead. So we're through three here. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a three-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They still have two to work with in this final quarter. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we've got an intriguing NFC matchup lined up here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Go, lady. Here we go, son.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Darnold. Open man. He's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Seahawks, first down.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now Darnold. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And Darnold's going to change the play.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. He's lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they had the solid field position there to start the opening drive and didn't have to really move it too far to be in range and take the 3-0 lead.
And a lot of times I think that even I look at this a little bit negatively because of where they started with the field position. Hey, they still got 3 points out of this drive. Got a little momentum going. Got things set up for the rest of the ball game. Take the 3, be happy, and move on.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready.
He'll throw from the gun. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
In 2nd and inches at the 50-yard line.
Our first carry for the All-Pro running back, it's Josh Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's how you get right up off of the mat because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A partner that locked in man coverage out left and ended up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Let's go now.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Ready.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
And it's 3rd down.
10. Drill green. Hut.
Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on it.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
That. They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that.
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
A little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll go on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
To throw is Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now quickly here to Smith and Jigba. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves a chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
And brings up 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
First and goal at the 7-yard
Back to throw, Darnold. And it's caught. Touchdown. Elijah Arroyo from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen, ran into the kicker, the penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, right.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Black 40. Ready.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Love, he's going to change the play here.
Second and 12.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready, break.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
Set, hut. 45, wide, hut.
Working out of the gun. Love. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Going deep for Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker, 44 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game. Oh, without a doubt, you're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out behind the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the
Yellow,
Packers
43. Set.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Set.
Throwing. Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go now. Hut.
Love now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
He's going to air one out. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, 54 yards. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go. Ready?
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Love. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, the Packers called on Daniel Wheeling to punt. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Love. Quick slant to Watson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw now. Here's Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. Still going inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throw it.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, 51 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Come on, set.
Packers will set up for the
Black 40
2-point conversion.
Set, huh?
Love throwing for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They work now on 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
50, green. 43, rail. Rail, yellow.
Back to throw. Love. time. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here first and 10 at the 40.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
Back to throw here. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Down to about the 37. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw. Love. And this one's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kobe. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Blitz coming. Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Brings up 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one.
65-yard attempt.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here's they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one is pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now. And I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Darnold wants to change it up. Out of the gun now on third down. He's got a man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 70 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Ready. Set.
He'll set up to throw from the gun. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. And they get off the field.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Defense shows blitz coming from Love. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
A gain of 15 yards. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Love. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now Darnold. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Darnold. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Operating for the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down at a yard. Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 2.
And Darnold's going to change the play.
Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Seahawks.
Darnold to throw again. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
13 more yards. That's another Seahawks.
And now they'll shift things around.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To the air again, Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Burton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set, ready. Go 33. Yellow. Go red. Set, go.
Love looking to throw it. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
Set, green. Yellow, yellow, go. Ready?
Throwing. Love. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
38, ready?
Working out of the gun. Love. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.